trying to get your body trace, trying to test me. Cause niggas that I'm with like to draw when it's sketchy. They catch me, don't forget me. Resurrect me. Buy a dog tag the same place that they forget me. Ski. This is culture imperfect. So be it, so be it. So be it, so be it. You ain't solid, ain't valid, you ain't malice. Been quiet, ain't right, you ain't Paris. Blow money, you owe money, we ain't balanced. You ain't believe, God did, you ain't valid. All black, back to back, this ain't traffic. Can't wrap your head round that, you ain't Arab. Y'all tweet, bird talk, we all parrots. Lone Star, cross the border, we like Dallas. 21, guns salute, we been savage. Tag 'em up, add 'em up, them niggas average. Fly 'em in, fly 'em out, only the baddest. If I had her, then you had her, she never mattered. Wish upon the stars on my roof, they all scattered. Ain't no more Neptune, so peace Saturn. Off the first ski up, they re-up. It's a pattern, like middlemen, they killing them, you know what happens. Smoke. So be it, so be it. Smoke. So be it. You cried in front of me, you died in front of me. Calabasas took your bitch and your pride in front of me. Her utopia had moved right up the street, and her lip gloss was popping. She ain't need you to eat. The net gon' call it the way that they see it, but I got the video I can share in AE. They wouldn't believe it, but I can't unsee it. Lucky I ain't TMZ it. So be it, so be it. Smoke. So be it, so be it. Smoke. So be it, so be it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? It's your boy T.Gold. You know, it's episode 82 of the TCK Web3 News Roundtable, man. You know what I'm saying? I got my boy Just Cheeze here. We up here live at ABC. You know, like we do every Sunday at 4:20, man. We bring you the top Web3 news that just happened between pretty much Thursday and today, because there's a lot of shit that go on. And if you're watching us live on Instagram and YouTube, you're probably noticing we're missing one member. All right, so we got the sub here. We got the bar chef, his avatar right here. You know what I'm saying? Big up to Marlon, found at ABC. Penguins. And we got the Pudgy Penguins, so we got a few subs up here. You know what I'm saying? So NFTia, she is out of town taking care of family business, so we wish her well, her and her family, you know, much love to her and her family, man. We got to shout them out. And also, man, we got to shout out my guy, Just Cheeze, man. Just Cheeze, how was your weekend, man? How you doing, man?
I was pretty good. Friday I actually had some good meetings at the bookstore gallery.
Dope.
Yeah. Shout out to them. Shout out to Danielle. Shout out to Kyle. Everybody over there. It was good. Some good conversations and laughs on Friday. And then Saturday, woke up, came here, and had the workshop.
How'd the workshop go?
People got to play my new card game.
You got a card game?
Yeah.
Dope.
I'm gonna show you. I'll show you afterwards. I'll let you play it. But I was showing Kyle. I was showing Danielle at the bookstore gallery. They enjoyed it. We might actually have like a party around the card game.
So it's a Skylock card game?
Yeah.
Dope. That's lit.
Yeah. But we were playing the card game here yesterday. The people enjoyed it. Marlon pulled up. He played the game as well, and he enjoyed it. And you know, it's not necessarily like this is not Skylark, but it's ways. It's just just widening the ways for widening the IP.
No doubt.
Right, widening the IP. So that is dope, and looking forward to the conversations here today. But how about
salute.
How was your weekend? I know you were with your daughter.
Yeah, man. I had a great and productive, not just weekend, but week, man. This week, I was able to knock down a lot, man. You know, finally got the LLC on the biz. So I'm happy about that. You know what I mean? TCK Media. You know, had to keep it tight, short, and sweet. So I'm happy about that. Um, you know, I submitted my pitch deck, so I'm happy about that.
Yes.
You know, so I was able to accomplish that. Tamara hit me back from Stand with Crypto, so let's give a big shout out to Stand with Crypto. You know what I'm saying? She hit me back about the new phrase she wanted on the back of the shirt, so I knocked that out. Sent her 4 different typefaces to choose from in different colors. You know what I mean? So that's dope. And man, and had exclusive phone call with an individual. I don't even want to say his name, man, but Ant put me on an exclusive phone call.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
And I was able to lock in, you know, a great deal to help this person with their branding, marketing, and promoting for their 3 programs that they have. So I'm gonna be meeting up with this individual Tuesday. You know, I can't wait to meet up with him.
Nice.
And I'll talk about that afterwards, as far as after I meet, because I don't want to just put out, you know, anything prematurely. But it was another opportunity for me to have my graphic design skills on display, you know, on a grand scale. So I'm happy about that, man. This week has been super productive for me. I got a lot of shit done business wise. I got the demo, you know what I mean? I bought the demo device.
I saw that. You post that. Yeah.
Yeah, man. So shout out to you and ABC for that particular session that we had a couple of weeks ago about the demo and the Hive Mapper. You know, so you know, you want to talk a little bit about what some of these DPen projects are, because this is my first DPen project. I'm happy about that. So you know,
which one did you get?
I got the demo one, the one that you hook up to your vehicle.
The macaroon or
the don't quote me on the model.
Yeah.
But I did get one that was able to collect the data from me driving, send it back to the demo chain, and they have a partnership with Base, so I can swap out any demo for any Base tokens. You know what I mean? So that's pretty dope, man. You know?
I think I have a demo as well, but my demo, maybe it's my car, but it doesn't. It's not like it since I've installed it, it's never picked it up.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, but I've heard that the macaroon, because I don't have the macaroon, I have like the bigger, clunkier one. I've heard the macaroon is better.
Okay.
So it depends, but maybe it might be my car. But to answer your question, for everybody out there, to explain like what these projects are, there's depend on many levels, but specifically when it comes to like vehicle depend, there's different data points that your car basically interacts with, whether you're driving your car or the actual route that your car is going on. These different points of interaction, you can get rewarded for contributing that data to the network. So if you're driving, so on demo, your car is basically, you know, your what they call it, your telemetry, your vehicle telemetry, that has like data, and that telemetry data can go back to, can be on chain and help car manufacturers improve their cars, and you get a reward for basically selling that data back to the vehicles. It's kind of like what State Farm and some of these other insurance companies have done with the tracker. If you share your data, you get a discount on your insurance. It's similar to that. And then there's like Hive Mapper. Hive Mapper goes after the actual nav route. Is like in the future. Imagine having AR. In the future, imagine having AR like overlays on the road, right, from your car as you drive. In order for those AR overlays to become better over time, you need to collect data of that visuals as you're driving. So as you're driving, your Hive Mapper is taking photo data and then able to contribute that to the network, and you're earning for that. So these are just some ways that vehicles are going to be able to, driving is going to earn you rewards in a deep end type ecosystem.
That's right, man. So I'm looking forward to this device. And from what I was reading, Toyota, they automatically, I guess they have a partnership with them, so it automatically syncs with it.
Oh, word.
There's an app on your phone that you can use as well. That depending on your vehicle, it'll sync with your vehicle with the app. In Teslas, they automatically, because that's pretty much a driving computer. Yeah, man, you can hook it up directly to your Tesla and get paid for all of that data from your vehicle. So it's the first deep end play for me, so I'm happy about that. And there's one more thing I got this week, man. I had to get that Play Solana device, man. So big up to Solana for that handheld gaming device. I'm looking forward to it. It looked like a Game Boy, so it's kind of nostalgic, but it's, futuristic at the same time. Because you had about, like, I think 5 or 7 different skins originally. But now they added 3 more skins. They added the Bonk skin for it, the Jupiter skin for it, and last but not least, the Pudgy Penguin skin. That's the skin I got. You know what I'm saying? So looking forward to that, seeing how that works, seeing how it operates, seeing the games that it comes with, and yeah, man, it's gonna be dope. It's gonna be dope playing that game. Speaking of game too, shout out to both my daughters. They turned 21 and 24 this past August, so we were celebrating my daughter's birthday this weekend. But I was able to get them to download the Pudgy Party, that game, so they can start getting involved in Web3 gaming.
Were they playing it while they were with you, or?
Nah, I just had them download it. You know what I'm saying? So we had a lot to talk about. So we didn't get a chance to actually play the game, but I made sure they downloaded it, told them about it. Didn't want to get into the weeds with the skins. Every game asset inside, right? Every like skin is NFT. So I didn't want to get in the weeds with them. So just know, if you do play games like Fortnite where they have skins, it's the same concept. It has a Mario Kart feel to it. Man, Tia downloaded the game last week, so I wanted to see if she had any, gaming experience, especially she was traveling this weekend. Maybe she had time to play it. So, so big up to Pudgy Penguins. You know, I got my vinyl up here. I got my Pudgy Penguin vinyl right here, along with the clips. We was rocking that clips earlier, so shout out to the clips and cause, so let guys sort them out. That's a fire ass album. It's a very hot contender for
Album
of the year, man. So we looking forward to that. That's a whole nother topic we can get into. Also, shout out to, Mickey D's, man, the Mick Cafe and the Doodles. Hopefully they'll spin the block with another partnership. You know what I mean? Maybe some Doodles characters in like a Happy Meal. You know what I'm saying? So that'll be fire. Also, we gotta big up our guys, man. Our guys from NFT Energy Drink, man. So shout those guys out. Our guys Lawrence, man, and the rest of the team. So, and last but not least, on shouting out brands. Big shout out to Greg Mike. He got a gallery down there, ABV Gallery. I actually got a t-shirt. I should have wore the t-shirt. But, yeah, man, he got this water bottle that's pretty dope that he designed from the Wynwood Walls down there in Wynwood,
when did you get this?
Florida. When I went to his gallery, man, so he had that and a couple other objects for sale. So, I got that. And you see one of my Singularity Sentients out there, man. So, we out here cooking, man. And when it comes to art,
soon to be in another format.
That's right. I can't wait for that, man. So super thrilled about the future, man. About everything that we got cooking up, bro.
Yay high. Say yay high.
Yeah. We can do that fucking round. It might end up being a mask. I was thinking about creating the mask out of the collection. Just taking the dopest one that had like. Listen, man. We might as well just tell the people, man. We working on something.
I think we told them.
We told them we got a 3D printer, man. It's the time that it takes to operate and learn this shit. But I'm gonna tell y'all like this. I've been doing some deep diving on it. I can't wait to get this thing cooking. I cannot wait. I swear to God, there's so much stuff we are cooking up for y'all, and I'm extremely excited. Extremely excited. So, My table is full with everything that I'm doing. You know what I'm saying? My table is extremely full. So I'm happy about everything and where I'm at in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? I am. I'm really pursuing my goals full time, man. So that's where I'm at with this, man. And I'm extremely happy, man. So big up to the team, man. Just big up to our ABC fam. You know what I'm saying? We don't really we shout them out individually, but as a whole, as a collective, you know, we got to shout out, you know, our ABC team, man. There's too many people to mention, but you know, there's a big shout out to Van too, because he helped me lock down, you know, the LLC for the biz, man. So it's gonna be a lot of things coming in the future, man. Boy, so shout out to cohort 6, all the people that's in there. You know, Tia. You gotta shout out Tia, the docu hero.
Last week of cohort 6.
It's the last week, y'all. You know,
it went by pretty fast. I mean, just from being there, I mean, for me, that it kind of went by pretty fast too. But for the people like Tia in there right now, I'm curious how she feels. But from the outside looking in, I do feel like, you know, this is exactly how it was meant to play out. Like 5 weeks goes by pretty fast, but it's now back into your hands, right? And it's not like the teachers disappear or the community disappears, but that's how fast it goes.
that's right, man. That's lit, man. So shout out to everybody in cohort 6, and shout out to Chris and Van, man. You know, shout out to Marlon, everybody involved with putting that whole structure together, that infrastructure I should say, together for the cohort program. And yeah, man, the future look bright, man. The future look bright for all of the builders
Cohort
at ABC.
7 coming soon.
That's right. Shout out to cohort 7 too. You know, everybody that will potentially make it. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that made it. You know, shout out to everybody, man, because we all gonna level up, man, one way or another, man. So Pudgy Penguins, man. Pudgy Penguins. I just know one thing. I went to a store. I went to a comic book store because I was looking for some rare comics. It's in my neighborhood in Fayetteville.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people still don't know what's coming with this Pudgy Penguin shit. So I tried to let them know, you know, just keep an eye out for this IP. And they had no idea. But they had some dope comics in there. But the trippiest shit...
Fayetteville?
In Fayetteville. It's a comic book place in Fayetteville. Now, here's the trippiest shit out of everything. I'm in there looking for comics, and mind you, they got, you know, graded cards. They got Travis Hunter, you know, his rookie card. They got a lot, Caitlin Clark. They had a lot of cards out there. I was like, oh, I'm going to come back and get some collectible cards, right? Mm. They had figurines. They had plushies. But what messed me up, I was like, I'm going to just walk through the store, see what they got right quick. One aisle, they had all of the toys from my childhood from 1980 something to like 89. From like 85 to 89. Mm-hmm. This part of my brain, like the left frontal lobe of my brain started tingling because I literally felt like I was in like 1st to like 4th grade because I saw all of my childhood toys that they had in this store. Mm-hmm. Transformers, G.I. Joes, He-Man, Ninja Turtles. I was tripping because I literally have not seen these toys since I was in the single digits. So I called my best friend. I sent them pictures of some of the toys that was in there. I was like, yo, bro, they had everything. And it brought us, and that was how we connected as kids.
What's the name of this place?
I think it's like Dave Comics or something like that.
I gotta check that out.
Yo, when I tell you the collectibles they have in there, like I'm gonna just go there one day, right? And y'all gonna see mad different toys on the table from the 80s, yo. I'm telling you, they had so much, man. I was so nostalgic. And I don't be really, here's the trippy part. I was there looking for, you know, rare comics, because in the future they're gonna be worth a lot. So my mind is thinking about the future, investing, right? So I'm not thinking about the past. But in the moment, everything collided. My past, the future of me investing with these collectibles, and me being in the present to enjoy it all at the same time. It did something to my spirit, man. So,
and when did you go?
This was Saturday.
You was yesterday?
This was Saturday. Yes, this was Saturday. Yes,
okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, man, it was. I'm gonna just tell y'all like this, y'all. If y'all into collectibles, if y'all into like certain kind of toys, if y'all into like comic books, You know, because essentially if you're into NFTs, you're into collecting. If you trying to find some real world, you know, items, whether it's sports memorabilia, whether it's gaming, all that, they had everything there. They had Pokemon cards. The dude was sorting through it. You know what I'm saying? They had everything there. So it's a treasure trove, man. And they had a lot of foot traffic there, and I was super, super surprised. Super, super surprised, man. So, yeah, man, they stay open at 6 o'clock on Saturdays, man. You know what I'm saying? So pull up to that spot when you can, and the shit be lit. The shit was lit. So outside of that, man, I had a phenomenal weekend. So this week, paving the ground hard on the grind. So it's grind time, folks. It's grind time, folks. Lay down the foundation for everything I got cooking up. Oh, be on the lookout. I got some updates coming to the CryptoCrew.com website. You're gonna see some new banner ads I got popping out on there. You're gonna see some new features. You know, we're gonna have the our shorts on there now. You know what I'm saying? So people can find these clips. I'm gonna start putting on the website too, man, because you know we getting some traction on the website. So a lot of people are seeing it. So, but I need them to see our shorts on these podcasts. You know, so that's the next go around, man. You know. So, with that being said, that was a hell of an intro, but it was a phenomenal week for me, and I just want to big up to everybody tapped in, man. So you ready to get into this, man?
Yeah, let's go.
All right. So to set it off, we always talk about some kind of crypto regulation or what's coming down the pipeline. So let's talk about what the U.S. Senate Banking Committee is doing. See, they shared a new market structure draft, right, on crypto. All right. So the U.S. Senate Banking Committee released a 182-page draft of the Responsible Financial Innovation Act of 2025, providing long-awaited regulatory clarity for the crypto industry by explicitly stating that staking and airdrops are not securities. Super dope. I'm glad to hear that. The bill offers safe harbor predictions in pre-enactment tokens, shields software developers and DeFi protocols from certain security laws. It protects self-custody rights and exempts validators from anti-money laundering compliance. It also recognizes NFTs as non-securities and creates an exemption for DePINs. All right, that's decentralized physical infrastructure networks we just talked about earlier. So I'm happy about that. And to address SEC and CFT tensions, it established a joint advisory committee to coordinate oversight of digital assets. Okay, so this has been backed by bipartisan senators, and it expanded on the Clarity Act. So, with that being said, pretty much everything that we start off this podcast, this new draft, they talked about the airdrops, because we talked about airdrops that could potentially come in with this Play Solana handheld device. Talked about NFTs, right? And it talked about DeFi and DePINs. All right, so devices like the Demo and the Hive Mapper, you know, our senators are actually digging deep into this industry, and they trying to regulate this industry to the point where developers feel comfortable about building in this space. So I gotta ask my co-host Just Cheeze, what's his thoughts on the Senate Banking Committee getting their act together when it comes to regulating this crypto industry?
Come on, man. So when are we gonna get the Clarity Act? Right. That's what I'm waiting for. But no, this is a good interim, right? I think this is the way the government has to run. Like, while we are waiting for the Clarity Act, because that's like the next big linchpin in that needs to get all the way up to the president. There's always going to be these like interim like documents or acts that are released by like banking committees and stuff like that just helps helps communicate what's to come to the wider audience. So while that is all great, I think it's all progress, but when Clarity Act, 'cause that's what I'm waiting for. We need like official clarity to be passed, especially regarding how people are able to launch these tokens and have X amount of years to decentralize. That's going to be big news. Like being able to learn that if I launch a token, I have 5 years to decentralize, and as long as my market cap is under 75 million, that's great news. That puts a lot of power in builders' hands.
That's right.
So, yeah, win Clarity Act.
Yeah, man, you brought up a lot of great points. So, this is from what I see in this article that they're trying to get this passed, the Clarity Act specifically. They're trying to get this passed before Thanksgiving because they go to recess, during the holidays. So, hopefully, because this is getting a lot of support on both sides of the aisle, they can come to an agreement, get this thing passed, put it on Trump's desk. He can sign off on it. We got clarity, and then we off to the races.
Mm-hmm.
We are off to the fucking races. There's a wall of money
that won't come into the market unless that clarity is there.
Say it again, Cheese.
There's a wall of money that won't come into the market unless the clarity is there.
Bingo. So you know what's gonna happen. Alright? They're telling you, pack your bags, get ready for this. Even if you don't feel comfortable being in this space directly buying crypto on Coinbase or crypto.com or Kraken or wherever, if you're not comfortable, at least see if your financial advisor, or the people that you're investing with your retirements with, whether it's Fidelity, BlackRock, whoever, see if you can have exposure to some Bitcoin ETFs. At least do that. You know what I'm saying? Think about this. There's a bunch of crypto ETFs that are on the horizon. All right. We got some Bitcoin ETFs that's been kicking ass. We got Ethereum ETFs, but a few companies, investment companies, have been looking into Solana ETFs. You've been hearing about Avalanche a lot. We got Avalanche ETFs. You got Doge ETFs. You got Pengu ETFs. We got Ondo ETFs. It's coming, y'all. It's coming. So these are some solid projects. And do some research. This is not financial advice. Do your homework. This is strictly for entertainment and educational purposes. But just know that our government is gearing up to have clarity in this industry, and this market is gonna fucking go crazy. All right? Well, speaking of going crazy, I thought this was funny as hell. All right? Seems like California Governor Gavin Newsom and Trump, they've been having their little tit for tat. Trump sent the military out to the, certain cities in California. So let's just talk about it, all right? California Governor Gavin Newsom announced plans to launch a satirical Trump corruption meme coin to parody former President Trump's online persona while raising funds for his campaign for democracy, redistricting efforts, and grassroots organizing his committee. Okay, so speaking on the Pivot podcast, Newsom said that the coin is both satirical and a serious warning about Democratic backsliding, aiming to counter Trump-related digital assets like the official Trump token. The move follows a breakdown in cooperation with Trump's administration, right, which Newsom says escalated after federal troops were deployed to Los Angeles for aggressive immigration raids. All right, so that's those ICE raids people have been talking about that just been popping up in cities like Chicago, New York, California, obviously. So this is a countermeasure, but he's playing, how can I say, he's just essentially trolling them. You know what I mean? On chain, which is funny now. He's going to launch, what is this coin called? The Trump corruption meme coin. I think he needs to get a little bit more creative with the name of it. Maybe if he just focused on a California stable coin. Don't really fall with don't fall in line with the DJ and shit if you're gonna get into this space. If honestly, if you're in politics, I don't think your first foray into crypto should be in meme coins. All right. My personal opinion, I think Gavin Newsom should think about California having their own token, their own stable coin. Wyoming just did it. They're using Hedera, by the way, too. Shout out to Hedera and H Barbarians. But California, you know how much money the state of California generates? Their revenue is like a small country. All right? They generate a lot of capital. So I think it's inevitable that they'll have their own stable coin. So I think they should focus on that and don't play the tit for tat meme coin DJing games with Trump, because he has they're worse than the Beehive. They're worse than the Barbs. Okay, Trump's
Magas.
His base. I know we call them MAGAs, but they got to have another name for them now. Something. They still MAGA Trump?
Call them Magas.
They still a MAGA? These people, man. These people are obsessed. So I think if they're going to play any kind of games, just stick to real infrastructure with blockchain technology in the state of California. Hats off to California and Avalanche. Again, Avalanche, they teamed up the DMV in California to put car registrations and titles on chain. So, Just Cheeze, what's your thoughts, brother?
Well, I think a little differently. I think there's every type of move has their purpose, right? Like, yes, California should get into the stablecoin business, but much like going on a podcast or having a social media page has allowed certain politicians to get more popular, is where I think some of these things are going to make more sense. Right. Right. I mean, I don't know if you ever seen this, but the Democrats have a TikTok page.
Stop playing.
Yeah. The Democrats have a TikTok. The Republicans have a TikTok, and on the Democrats' TikTok page, they were actually they had made a meme music video back when I forgot what song they used, but back when Trump and Trump and Elon Musk were falling out, there was they made a whole music video.
Was it an AI or was it real?
It was real.
Wow.
They cut up clips from videos and basically they posted on the Democrats on their TikTok page.
Wow.
And you've seen Republicans do similar things with not only the Republicans but the White House itself. Whoever behind that White House X account.
Oh, they're DJ for real.
Yeah. They just be, Trump is cooking. Right? So let him cook. So I think in some ways, shape or form, part of this is the inevitable piece of it. Now, I don't like people getting wrecked in these coins, but they are a interesting way of gauging sentiment.
That's right.
Right? Called social sentiment at a point in time where if Gavin Newsom wants to troll Trump with this meme coin, right, and it goes crazy, he's showing where the current pulse of the people are. Now, the concerns that people could have and should have is the ability to those funds to aid his campaign. Is that okay? But I do kind of see Newsom as one of the lead runners for the president of the United States next cycle. So
good point.
Fighting fire with fire.
Good take, Cheese. Good take, man. That's a good point. Now, we talk politics here. Like I stated before, I'm independent. I don't fall for that party shit. Left wing, right wing, same bird. Okay, I'm gonna just tell you like this: if Gavin Newsom runs for president, I think you need somebody who is just as off the hip like Trump. You're gonna need somebody who almost has a celebrity like aura about them. You know what I'm saying? So he might have to do some aura farming to get his popularity up. But at the same time, Gavin Newsom, I feel like would be a great candidate for the Democrats. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, me personally, I'm independent, but it would be great to see. And I don't think there's a strong enough candidate on the Republican side yet because they all are scared of Trump. So nobody has propped themselves up to be the next runner up behind Trump yet. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Trump might do some wild shit and he might do some dictatorship and not leave that position until he dies. You know what I'm saying? Even though it's against the Constitution, he might do some wild shit. You never know. But that's a great point. So we will monitor the situation. All right, we will monitor the situation, and let's give a shout out to some people who tapped in. I know NFTia was tapped in. We're gonna shout out to Easy Money Esquire. You know what I'm saying? He out there in the trenches sniping. Shout out to Elijah. E3.
E3.
You heard? Shout out to him, man, and he holding down the Dow, man, the ABC Dow, man. So
yes, sir.
We're gonna hear some more information about the Dow soon. So we're gonna get E3 up here soon.
I heard.
Okay, Cheese.
I heard both of these cats, E3 and Easy Money, were in some good calls this week.
It's good to hear. So that means we all have been in our silos cooking, but when we come together in this kitchen, we bring all of our dishes like a big ass potluck, man. I swear to God, we're gonna eat so good. So, shout out to them brothers there. Shout out to everybody on Instagram and YouTube, for the check-in. We appreciate y'all. And we're gonna have I'm gonna tell y'all like this, man. We've been working on something, and we gotta have another segment coming up. And we're gonna film this on a random day. We don't even know what day it's gonna be filmed.
Or location.
Or location too, because it's gonna be a pop-up event. I already know it. We're gonna have a segment simply called Web3 Wavy. TCK Lifestyle. This is gonna be focused on culture, art, fashion, and music. All within Web3 though. Alright? So you never know who'll pop up or where will pop up in the celebrity or the entertainer that we'll be speaking to about their involvement in their respective industries, whether it's, like I said, music, fashion, art, and their involvement in Web3. So I'm going to be looking to this segment. This shit, I'm looking forward to it. This shit going to be lit. Man, just know that the first person that we lock in for this, y'all gonna already know we going to come out the gate swinging. We coming out the gate swinging because we already got somebody lined up. We just trying to line up the time. You know what I'm saying? So once we line up this time, man, this is going to be a fantastic episode. I'm actually looking forward to this one because, we're going to be able to deep dive into people's, experience and journey in Web3 from the culture. All right? So, yeah, man. Thread Guy. Who else out there? Mika. Who else out there? Marad. Ansem.
Who are these people?
These people are other Web3 influencers.
They ain't got nothing on us.
See, and the best part about us, we don't categorize ourselves as influencers. You know what I'm saying? We know what we doing, though. We're bringing the culture on chain. We know that's what's missing. And what we doing, we combining some of the most innovative technologies and wrapping it up in culture. And the biggest culture in the United States is what? Black American culture. Predominantly hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So I can't wait for this, man. It's going to be a dope mix of Web3 and culture, man. So let's talk about Justin's son, right? Justin's son. I thought this story was hilarious, yo. All right. So Justin Sun, he's the founder of Tron, by the way. That's that blockchain, and he's a big, big supporter of Trump. Justin Sun has urged World Liberty Financial to lift the blacklist on his wallet, which froze over 3 billion in unlocked and locked World Liberty Financial tokens after 9 million was flagged for moving to different exchanges. All right. So, in an open letter, Sun called the freeze unreasonable, saying it violated investor rights and could erode confidence in the project. The action halted 540 million unlocked and 2.4 billion locked World Liberty 5 tokens tied to his address. Despite the dispute, Sun pledged to buy 10 million each of World Liberty Financial token in alts. Now that's the stock of the NASDAQ listed Alt 5 Sigma, which is developing a 1.5 billion World Liberty Financial treasury strategy. All right, so think about this. There's two things I want to address. All right, this alts token, right? This is something that has been launched by Trump's project, right? World Liberty Financial, right? This is so amazing to me because now you have somebody, a company, I should say, rather, that's using World Liberty Financial token as a reserve asset, the same way they do with oil and gold and coin. And shout out to everybody stacking their gold. Gold is $3,600 an ounce right now. The record high. My last name is Gold. You heard, so I had to let the people know what time it is with the gold industry, the gold market right now. So, but I thought this was so interesting that there's this company that's using the World Liberty Financial token as a treasury asset. And it's so funny that Justin Sun has been so pro-Trump that he still got his account flagged and frozen. That's $3 billion. We know he's a billionaire, but even a billionaire, even if he's worth 30 billion, to freeze 3 billion, 10% of what you're worth, bro, that can hurt anybody. So, do you think, I'm going to have a controversial take. Do you think if Justin Sun was American born or another race, did you think they would freeze his account? Because it was only 9 million worth of transactions that flagged his account that caused it to be frozen. So I thought that was interesting because he was in hot water with the SEC before, you know, with Tron. So, Just Cheeze, man, what's your thoughts, man?
Well, not sure why they froze his account, but I do think that, in his opinion, that does raise some red flags around that. I mean, that's literally the system that people are trying to break out of right now. We saw the United States freeze Russia's account on the SWIFT network.
Yep.
So he's highlighting that could be the case here too, right? You're still doing business with the government, doing business with the Donald Trump regime here in this case, but still, it's that level where, you know, freezing my money as Justin Sun, right? Freezing $3 billion is not anything to just cough over, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, interestingly, that's that. But the other picture that comes out of this is like what you're highlighting with the alts company and backing their token with the World Liberty Fund token. I just do think that's a little crazy, but not surprising. At the end of the day, I think, like, with this space, these type of things are bound to happen because the level at which these countries or these individuals see themselves operating in is at that level when it comes to like strategies and things like that. So I think that's pretty much it there when it comes to these things, is that these companies, while you think they're companies, they're really operating like countries, and they're gonna be doing business with one another. Now, if you got somebody like Justin Sun who has this money locked up, I do think it's a red flag overall. But yeah, I think it's just the natural part on course for some of these things that are new but still following the same rules and regulations.
Just Cheese, man. Thank you for your commentary on that, man. And just know that I think going back to your point, man, eventually other individuals like this who make their gripes publicly known and still support this project, that says a lot too.
Yeah, he still bought. He's down, but he still wanted to buy more.
That's so crazy for somebody to lock up $3 billion of your assets and you still want to contribute like another $10 million of these World Liberty 5 tokens. That's still crazy to me, yo. So that goes to show you that ain't really hurt him like that, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, we will monitor the situation, and for anybody to jump on that coin, just know that it's on several exchanges, and we know that those exchanges will be having that token. You can get it, but this is not financial advice. I wouldn't jump on it. I wouldn't jump on them tokens. World Liberty 5, you already got the Trump meme token. I don't know. We got to monitor it. We definitely got to monitor it. So let's talk about Tether. All right. Thought this was dope because we mentioned gold earlier too. So Tether is the issuer of the USDT stablecoin, is moving deeper into the gold sector, exploring investments across mining, refining, trading, and royalties to diversify its crypto-driven profits into physical assets. The company has already invested $200 million into gold royalty firm Elemental Altus, all right? Elemental Altus, which is a gold royalty firm. It has about $105 million staked in that company. So I just know that when I read this and the CEO said gold is the source of nature, it reinforced Tether's long-term view of the metal as a stable store of value throughout time, not just this particular time, but just throughout history. So they doubled down on their gold, all right? So they already have physical gold, but now they're getting into mining, refining. They're gonna be a full-fledged, probably bullion company, you know? This is crazy. This is how they're backing their stable coin. So when people be like, yeah, Tether, they just minted some more tokens, guess what? They got real world assets backing it, because aren't they like the 5th largest holder of U.S. treasuries, if I'm not mistaken?
I don't know exactly.
Cheese, you know what? Let's ask ChatGPT. We're going to get this information straight and live to you, but we're going to see, because I believe Tether is the number 5 holder of U.S. treasuries in the world, which is crazy. All right? So, but to see them getting into gold, and like I said earlier, gold is at a record high, $3,600 an ounce. And if you're a retail buyer of gold and you try to go to a jewelry store, right now, gold will cost you $100 per gram. Okay? So just know that if you're looking to, ice out anything, maybe you want to get an iced out Bitcoin chain or something like that, just know that they charge you $100 a gram, and just know that's probably going to continue to go up. So
they're the 18th.
They're the 18th largest holder. Tether is the 18th largest holder of U.S. treasuries. That still ain't nothing to sneeze at. I knew they was up there, so they're in the top 20, not in the top 5. I stand corrected. Cheese, what's your thoughts about Tether moving into the gold sector, the physical gold?
So this is where, like fiat shows that it's a broken system. because the valuation is manipulative and can be reproduced through printing.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, gold is an asset. Yes, it can be broken down and chopped in different sizes and marketed in different ways, like as a wedding ring versus a friendship ring.
Mm-hmm.
Right, those two things would cost different prices just because of marketing, but it's still gold at the end of the day, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I think from that perspective, uh, the concept of gold as a hard asset becomes valuable because of its ability to serve that physical space. And if you want to commerce around that, you can buy and sell of the gold, right? However, fiat is another situation that, yes, this Tether also has backed by fiat bonds as well, but with doing this, you're basically making yourself more robust.
Mm-hmm.
If fiat bills are down, then gold might be up. So now you have more optionality in terms of making money.
Good point, Cheese. Good point. This is definitely gonna stabilize Tether and the USDT token. All right, so. All right, man. I appreciate that commentary, Just Cheese. And to make another note, Tether holds about 8.7 billion in gold bars in Zurich banking. Okay, so that backs their XAUT token. Right? So that's a gold-backed, I believe, stable coin, if I'm not mistaken. So let's talk about Solana. All right, Solana strategies. Right. I thought this was also interesting because we talked about Trump's World Liberty 5 token as a treasury asset that companies are looking to use. Now, Sol Strategies, the first Solana native treasury company, has gained approval to list on NASDAQ under the ticker STKE, marking its U.S. debut after a year of restructuring from its previous identity as Cypherpunk Holdings. The company shifted from a passive crypto storage to active Solana validator operations, acquiring nodes from multiple operators and powering infrastructure for brands like Pudgy Penguins and Solana Mobile. Holding 90 million in Solana, it now joins other publicly traded Solana digital asset treasuries, signaling growth from Wall Street acceptance. So, I say all that to say this, man. There are more publicly traded companies looking to having crypto as a reserve asset on their balance sheet. All right. Think about companies like Apple that got billions, hundreds of $billions in liquid cash just sitting. You know what I'm saying? What if they decided to convert all of that liquid cash into, like, let's say, 3 of the top biggest cryptocurrencies? A Bitcoin treasury, Ethereum treasury, and a Solana treasury. It's happening. It's happening. So Sol Strategies, man. We're gonna take a very close eye at this article and this story, especially once NASDAQ lists the STKE ticker. Okay, once they list that, I'm gonna tell you like this: you got Circle that went stupid since they IPO. Their company went up about 200% or something crazy. Mm-hmm. You had Bullish that IPO that went up over 150% since they launched, since they went public. So just know that there are certain Web3 companies that's going public, and when they hit the stock market, stock goes parabolic. Now that's not to say it's going to happen with every company, because I just talked about it earlier this week. American Bitcoin, which is a Donald Trump's sons, it's their crypto mining company. They went public. It went stupid the day it debuted, but then it cooled right back off. You see what I'm saying? So they didn't have the same, impact that Circle had when they IPO, or Bullish, their actual, they didn't have that same impact in the market. The numbers ain't run up like that, and it cooled off very fast. Maybe because, A lot of people don't feel like Trump should be mixing all of this Web3 stuff into politics, but it's happening. You know, his family is degens, man, especially Byron. So, Cheeze, man, what do you think about Soul Strategy landing NASDAQ approval to list its shares as the very first Solana native treasury company? What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it's par for the course. We have MicroStrategy. They did the same thing for Bitcoin.
Mm-hmm.
Right now we got what's the one that's doing it for Ethereum?
Bitmine,
Not Bitmine.
21 shares.
Not 21 shares. It's
BlackRock.
no. It's the one that's doing it with the gaming.
Avalanche.
Not Avalanche. It's gonna come back to me. It's called something. It's gonna come back to me. But that company, right, is like turning out to be the strategy of Bitcoin. Then there's a company that starts with an A. It's turning out to be the strategy of Ethereum.
Mm.
And now we have this company here that's going to be that version for Solana.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So let me find the name of that company.
All right. From my recollection, there are two companies that is applying that same MicroStrategy strategy that they're using with accumulating Bitcoin, and they're doing it with Ethereum. That's Tom Lee's company. He's going to be interviewed along with Michael Saylor tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. But Tom Lee's company, Bitmine, they're like the biggest holder of Ethereum. And I believe SharpLink is the second one for gaming.
SharpLink.
Yeah, SharpLink is the second one for gaming that are huge Ethereum holders.
Yeah, those SharpLink is what I'm talking about.
So go ahead and finish your thoughts, Trees.
Yeah, SharpLink is what I was talking about. They're taking the same approach.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's all I was going to say.
That's right. So just know that, you know, there's a lot of companies, man, that believe in these tokens so much so that they're putting it on their balance sheets as reserve assets. So just think about that, folks. Follow what the big money is doing, okay? So, because it's both of us here, man, we breezing through these stories, man, because, you know, Tia, man, she would have us rolling out here talking about, you know, some conspiracy shit, or, you know what I mean? This, you know, man, Tia, we miss you, baby. We miss you. And just know that, you know, our prayers and thoughts are with you and your family right now, for real, yo. So, I thought this story was dope, too. Anybody into NBA? Anybody fans of the NBA out there? Well, check this out. There's a crypto exchange and trading platform called BTCC. All right, they had a $500,000 trading competition that launched on August 21st that has already surpassed $1.5 billion in trading volume in just 2 weeks, boosted by its partnership with NBA All-Star and 2023 Defensive Player of the Year, Jaren Jackson Jr. This is the exchange's first brand ambassador. I thought that's dope. The global event offers a $500,000 in USDT, which is Tether stablecoin, in prizes, and allows participants to compete individually or in teams, attracting both seasoned traders and newcomers. Okay, so the BTC's sports sponsorship strategy aims to expand its user base by tapping into basketball's wide audience, connecting crypto with popular culture, and reinforcing its reputation for security, having operated 14 years without breaches. Okay, so the competition runs until the 21st of this month, and it blends sports marketing with digital finance. All right, so I thought this is pretty dope, man. So any traders out there? I know we got our guy D Web. You know, we got our guy B from Endgame Association, aka, you know, Easy Money Esquire. These are our traders out here. We got a couple more traders out there. Shout out to Juan, too. I know he's a trader. What do you guys think about a trading competition? I never really heard of a trading competition. You know, I heard of, like, you know, hackathons and stuff like that. But a trading competition. So this is so dope, man. You got a $500 million, $500,000 in USDT Tether stablecoin that you can win for trading. All right. So what's your thoughts on crypto exchanges and having NBA superstars promoting anything that they're trying to roll out? So that was my main thing, more so than the trading competition. I just thought that was interesting that this is the first brand ambassador and he's a defensive player of the year. I don't know what team he plays on.
Grizzlies.
The Grizzlies? Okay.
He's the center for the Grizzlies.
Oh, okay. So young boy balling, man. So yeah, what's your thoughts on Jaren Jackson Jr. being the first brand ambassador for BTCC? And any other potential partnerships that you want to talk about in the past or in the future that could happen with anybody in the entertainment industry?
Yeah, so I think this is different from like the sports news where you hear some of these players that are taking Bitcoin in their salary.
Mm-hmm.
Right, this is really like partnership ambassador stuff, and like the other scenarios that I saw is like Tristan Thompson has his own podcast that he does, and he did a partnership with Base.
Really?
Yeah, so that's what it's called. But you can listen to his podcast. He talks about in his podcast. He talks about using DeFi a lot.
Really? So
Yeah.
Tristan Thompson, he's into crypto.
Yeah,
Really? That's good to know. I'm gonna check out that part. Appreciate that, Cheese.
yeah. So, that being said, this case here, I'm gonna say, there's a certain product that is home to the Atlanta Blockchain Center that is built for trading, right? And I could very much well see some
Brand ambassador.
quant face-offs.
Ooh.
Quant's gonna go head to head.
Agent versus agent.
Quant versus quant.
That's a good idea, man. Yo, Bar Chef Marlon, man, I hope you're listening, man. We can take a note out of this.
Nah, he said that already.
Oh, he already cooking this up?
Yeah.
Let's fucking go. Hey, the IDO is September 16th, y'all, for AI Quant, man. So get down or lay down, man. You
Yeah,
heard?
so if you configure your agent, configure my agent, and your agent go head to head, you can bet on which agent go and make more money that week.
Ah, that's dope. That's dope. So he gonna set up a whole leaderboard for like the traders and everything. Well, the AI agents, huh?
Yeah, so
Dope.
I don't want to 100% say that, but that's been something I think he had mentioned before. But that aside, I think this is par for the course of the future, right? I forgot who I was talking to, but trading is going to become a lot more mainstream than it is,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because I was on the spaces. I was on the base spaces.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Starter Labs. I was on the call. Oh, actually, no. Was it? Yeah, I was on the Bit Angels spaces.
Got you.
Shout out to Warren. We were just talking about predictive markets,
Mm-hmm.
and predictive markets is again another trading, is just another angle for trading,
Mm-hmm.
and I think the ability to trade will just be a skill that is needed going forward more as jobs are being cut,
Mm-hmm.
and you want to find your way around to some capital. You have to learn to trade the markets, and there's going to be so many markets, so much more markets than there already are, right? There's still going to be the stock market, commodities market, but there's the info market. Will it rain tomorrow? Yes or no?
That's like Kalshi and Poly market, prediction markets. Mm-hmm.
Those are info markets,
Mm-hmm.
sports markets.
Mm-hmm.
All these markets are going to be popping up, especially because, especially on the info market side, because that helps AI,
That's right.
It helps AI when you continue to play these predictive games, and then AI is able to determine what's the outcome. So I think that this brand ambassadorship is just a sign of what's to come. I didn't know this guy was. I didn't even know who he was. I just looked him up. He plays for the Grizzlies, but apparently he's a good trader.
Really?
Why else having him be an ambassador? So apparently he trades pretty well if he's an ambassador.
That makes sense.
But that just goes to show, like, even Joey Badass was on the couple of he dropped a new album last week. He went on a couple radio shows and he said, like, a lot of his time he spends trading.
Really?
Yeah.
Did he mention stocks or crypto?
Both.
Really?
Yeah.
Dope. Did he mention any tokens by name or not?
Nah. He just mentioned that he advises everybody to get into trading.
That's
So
smart.
I think it's just like everybody, music artists are recognizing, like, they can't capitalize on their music as much as they used to, right? Like, the ceiling for music is lower, is becoming very lower. You have to diversify, whether it's products, trading, other things, podcasts, merch. You gotta diversify.
That's right.
It was just, I think, even as a sports player, you have to diversify. Look at LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Look at KD. Right? So, look at, there was a report that came out on Saquon Barkley and what he had in his portfolio.
Mm-hmm.
So,
What did he say? What did he have, stocks or crypto or both?
let me look at Saquon Barkley and the deals that he got himself involved in. Saquon.
Yo, shout out to Saquon Barkley for, even though he won a ring with the Eagles, you know what I'm saying? He's a giant at heart, man. You know what I'm saying? So I would just say that, man. And shout out to our guy Be Wise, man. Shout out to our guy Rich LaFleur. Our guy Rich LaFleur. That's our Haitian guy out here at ABC, man. He got that gig at Clean Spark too, man. Word. So yeah, man. We got some listeners who are constantly tapping in. We appreciate, our guy E3. You know what I'm saying? And we got a new listener today, the Doge Lonian. All right. Shout out to you, man. We appreciate you tapping in.
So he's been invested in Bitcoin,
Mm-hmm.
but not just like the token itself,
Mm-hmm.
but also the companies in Bitcoin spaces like Coinbase,
Oh, okay.
Strike, right? MicroStrategy. He's also been invested with Anthropic.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So he in the weeds, man. He might be a DJ. He might have some meme coins in his portfolio.
Indero, Ramp, Cognition, Neuralink, and Strike,
Mm.
and Polymarket.
So wait, he's a investor in those as far as he's a part owner, because some of those companies aren't public.
No. He's just, those are like, so he has his own fund, but he's also a partner
Got
of
you.
other funds. So he's a limited partner with Founders Fund,
Mm-hmm.
Thrive Capital, Silver Point Capital, Multicoin Capital. So him being in these funds, right, he pretty much has his hands in a lot of financial investments.
Dope, man. Dope.
And that's the diversity that these people are going to.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So it's just a sign of what's to come.
That's right. That's right. Also, I want to big up to all of the athletes who got some of their salaries in Bitcoin. That's super dope, because eventually I think some of these athletes are going to be taking their salaries in stable coins. You know what I'm saying? I know another individual who actually got his salary in Bitcoin, and the first one to do that was damn, his name just eluded me. He's a Panthers player. Russell Okung. Russell Okung. He was the first one to have it. And shout out to Odell Beckham Jr. He took some of his salary in Bitcoin as well. And there was another QB who took his salary in Bitcoin. As a matter of fact, we're gonna give you real time data, folks. I'm gonna go directly to Chat GPT and ask.
What's his name was trying to consider doing it.
All right, so we will see who are the athletes that took their salaries in crypto. Let's see what Chat GPT says. And shout out to all of the people tapping in on Instagram and YouTube. They watching us live. You see there, we out here in ABC. We out here lit. You know what I'm saying? We Web3 wavy. I got the original Internet Magic Money t-shirt on. You know, the Bitcoin. This was like the first Bitcoin meme. Like literally. So I got the shirt on right now. So, you know, Web3 wavy. And let's see what Chat GPT says in Bitcoin. Let's go. All right. So, Chat GPT is pulling up some athletes, and we mentioned two of them that I see on this list already. We shout out to Russell Okung. He was the very first one. But I never heard of Sean Culkin. All right. He is a Kansas City Chiefs tight end. He converted his whole salary in 2021 into Bitcoin. That's pretty dope. Alex Barrett, he's a defensive end for the San Francisco 49ers. Saquon Barkley, he actually took, I do remember that too. Barkley. I wanted to confirm that. That's why I had to go here, that he actually took his salary. Aaron Rodgers was the other NFL player that I knew. Aaron Rodgers. Yes, he was one of the first QBs I saw doing that. You got Trevor Lawrence, all right, after being drafted in 2021. He accepted his signing bonus in crypto. That was including Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana. That was via Blockfolio. I thought that was pretty dope. Now you got some Major League Baseball players, and I believe he's a Japanese baseball player. His name is, you want to pronounce this for me, Cheese? Because I know you fluent more in what they call that, Japanese.
Shohei Ohtani?
Yes, sir. Shohei Ohtani, man.
Yeah.
He took a portion of his salary in Bitcoin through a partnership, and he played an ambassador role at FTX. So I know he probably kicking himself in the ass. Klay Thompson and Andre Iguodala, they actually announced in 2022 that they would receive a portion of their salary in Bitcoin via Cash App. I thought that was dope. And let's see. In soccer, all right, Alex Crognell. He's a player who took about 15% of his salary in Bitcoin. You got some UFC fighters. I don't know how to pronounce their names, but you had two Latin American UFC fighters who took their salaries in 2022 in Bitcoin. All right. So I thought that's super dope, man. You got more NFL players, only a couple of only one Major League Baseball player and two NBA players that actually got their salaries in Bitcoin. So I know we're going to see more of this going forward in the future, man. So now I just want to give all my listeners the opportunity, if you guys want to say anything about any information in this space, whether you're working on a project that you want to talk about, or if you got any questions or thoughts on any of the topics we discussed today. And I know we had some people come in late, but I'm going to just read off some of the headlines that we discussed earlier. Okay, so the very first thing we talked about was the U.S. Senate Banking Committee. They shared a new market structure draft. All right, so how to regulate the crypto industry. Second thing we talked about was Gavin Newsom, that's California's governor, launching a meme coin to troll your boy Trump. So I thought that was hilarious. Then we got Justin Sun. He's telling World Liberty Financial to unlock his $3 billion worth of tokens, which is crazy. We had Soul Strategies, which is the very first Solana native treasury company, and it's been approved to list on the NASDAQ under ticker STKE. And Tether iron gold mining investments to boost their bullion exposure. So these are some of the things that we discussed. So yeah, listeners, do you got any questions, thoughts, or comment? If you do, you can throw a hand up. Because if not, I want to talk about one last thing that I talked about at the top of the segment. All right. So what we did at the top of the segment, we got something new that's going to be popping off. I want y'all to stay tuned for this. But we're going to have another segment to the TCK podcast. All right. It's going to be simply called Web3 Wavy, TCK Lifestyle. All right. We're going to be talking about culture. We're going to be talking about fashion, music, art in Web3. All right. So you're going to see some potential athletes, some entertainers. We're going to just bring some artists. We know a lot of Web3 artists too. So we're going to bring some Web3 artists in and we're going to hear their take and their journey in this space, man. So I'm looking forward to this segment because if y'all know me, if y'all just tapping in and listening, y'all know me. If y'all ever met me, I'm super duper hip hop. I'm an 80s baby from New York. You know what I mean? Strong Island, where the money stay piling, you heard? So that's where I'm from. And just to know that there's several people in the music industry who really got their feet wet in this space, whether it was Nipsey Hussle, one of the first people I heard talking about crypto. You know, whether it was Hove buying a crypto punk or buying his ENS name, or whether it was Currency putting out a song.
NFT album.
You know, an NFT album. Then you had Eminem putting out songs as NFTs and doing, I think he had some utility like meetups, and he had like the Eminem, he has his own like figure, his own little doll with like the mask and the overalls, you know.
Oh,
yeah.
Album. He did that on the, I forgot what album it was, but it was I think it was like this shady,
The Death of Slim Shady? Was it that one?
It wasn't that one. It was like back in like 2016, 17-ish. He had the shady compilation album.
Yeah, man. So shout out to Slim Shady. Shout out to Royce the 5'9". He released a song. I think it was Bad Meets Evil or something like that on joinroyal.io.
That was
it too.
That was around that same album that him and Royce were experimenting, and Royce got his own metaverse.
Ah, I didn't even know that. I got to check that out. So you want to tell the people more about Royce 5'9's metaverse?
Yeah, I don't know if he's still doing it, but this was last cycle, like when Royce and Eminem were experimenting with different things, you know, and they dropped that joint album together.
Bad Meets Evil.
Bad Meets Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Royce had went on to partner with Monster Energy Drink and drop a metaverse.
Dope.
And his studios that at that point that led right into the pandemic, right? And at that point in time, he was building out his studios called Heaven Studios, and Heaven Studios metaverse was basically a hangout spot where rappers come and battle.
Wow.
And sponsored by Monster Energy Drink. So that was a thing for a while because Royce is big on battle rapping. So he had battle rappers coming to the metaverse, as well as like on IG live. So
that's
shout
lit.
out to Royce for like taking rap battle into like the metaverse, into virtual spaces like this.
Yo, man, big shout out to Royce for that. You know, sometimes being early, man, you know, it's a benefit, but in this space, man, it just seems like when you start out too early, you just gotta wait it out and wait till people catch up to this. I guarantee you that's gonna be a hit. I can definitely see that. Who else dropped something on Royal? Oh, can't forget my favorite artist of all time, Nas. He dropped Rare and Ultra Black. Rihanna, she dropped Bitch Better Have My Money. These are all songs that are NFTs that you can buy and have ownership in. Every quarter you receive your portion of how many songs that you bought. Let's say you bought 5 NFTs of this one song. You see what I'm saying? And depending on how much that song spends, created your royalty. You know what I'm saying? So I thought that's super dope, man. And the only artists that can really do that are artists who own their catalogs. And can't forget Tory Lanez. He had the biggest
Tory
drop,
Lanez, yeah.
you know, selling 1,000,000 copies. And he sold everything for $1 initially through the pre-sale. And then some people was buying 20 copies of this album, turn around selling it $5, $10 an album. You know what I'm saying? So it's a way for fans to actually engage with their favorite artists, and it's a way for artists to actually cut out the middleman, which is the label, and sell directly to their consumers, man. So
I mean, since we're talking about this, we might as well recap the session that we had on Thursday,
let's do it.
right? Which was a good session.
That's right.
We talked about the fan economy. A couple, JB, right, who has built out his Discord community members of over 1,500 people in that community.
Wow.
Yeah, and he's built up there, and he has done some interesting things in the space as well, working with different brand deals. He talked through the importance of owning your community, owning your infrastructure, right? I mean, it's one thing to own your content, but if that place where you own your content goes down, how do you reach the people?
That's right.
Right? So a lot of artists don't really think about funnels, HubSpot, and like email marketing, SMS marketing. A lot of artists don't think about those things. Like, but we talked about that on Thursday, right? So marketing, like the traditional Web2 marketing is still something that artists don't do today, and they need to get on that. They need to get on the Web3 marketing. They need to get on the Web3 tools as well. So a lot of opportunity there. But we also talked about somebody else in this same lineage that's doing these interesting direct consumer, LaRussell, who recently sold out, I believe, a 60 person concert, or is it 600, whatever the number was, for $1,000 a person.
Even if it was 60 people, that's 60 bands.
Yeah, whatever.
One night.
60 people, a ticket, each ticket $1,000 to come to my backyard. And that was something that he made popular. That was I remember like just seeing LaRussell. I'm not a big LaRussell fan. I'm not gonna lie. I don't really. Some people like him. His bars are funny.
Yeah,
quirky.
he cool. He alright.
He's
cool.
from the Bay,
No doubt.
So it melds well with that type of stuff there, like the hyphy movement. He got that kind of E40 flow, so I think it works. I'm not a big fan of E40 though either. So it is what it is. But you know, he's. I'm also not his demographic. I don't think I'm his demographic. I'm like.
But he's a great template for what we're talking about.
Yeah, he's younger than Tyler, the Creator. So that's just in terms of like age demographics. Like it's getting younger and younger down the pipeline for me, and I'm not necessarily listening to any of these rappers that young. But anyway, I digress. He has matured his model from the days when he started off just inviting all his fans to his backyard to listen to his music, and he perfected this pay your way program where you pay what you want. Right? If you want to only pay $2 to come here, then pay $2. If you want to pay $1,000, pay $1,000. Whatever you pay is you pay your way, right? So he's kind of perfected that, and now he's gotten it so organically to a point where he can charge $1,000 for a ticket to come to his backyard, because his backyard has become this like hangout spot where it's like you have to have like a Soho membership type shit,
exclusive,
like so to vibe in that space. So it's interesting play that LaRussell has orchestrated, and I have a theory.
What's that?
He recently started doing partnerships with this what's the app called? Starts with an E. I'm gonna look it up real quick. My theory is that LaRussell will partner with Bass.
Really? What made you say bass?
Because he's from the Bay. So,
Is that where the headquarters for base is, or that's where base camp is?
no, that's where the headquarters for base. That's one of the headquarters.
Got you. Makes sense.
Yeah. Even.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Even platform. He does a lot of partnerships, and a lot of artists are moving there where you can kind of like drop your music on Even and let fans pay what they want to pay for the music.
Dope.
Right? So I do see Levussel as a pioneer in that same lane as Nipsey Hussle,
Mm-hmm.
right? But and I do think that if anybody Coinbase tries to partner with, or any of these decentralized platforms try to partner with,
Mm-hmm.
it will be Levussel.
That's right.
Now the only thing is
Good
that
point.
they may not the only reason why it may not be him, because he hasn't done a super song. He hasn't had a superstar moment.
Record. Yeah, he's not a big artist yet. Yes.
Right, but he's fine. He don't let that fool you. Like he's striving in his own lane. He has his 1,000 people.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that if they did something with him, it wouldn't be surprising. However, we all know these type of companies want to hit the mainstream, so they'll probably look for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't be surprised.
Good point, man. So this brings us to our earlier point, having pretty much brand ambassadors, and these Web3 companies are gonna need brand ambassadors. Now, a lot of them have reached out. Like for instance, Crypto.com reached out to Eminem. He was part of their rollout. As far as marketing their exchange. Obviously, you had Matt Damon. He was part of that rollout as well. So even with FTX, man, hell, they had Shaq, they had Tom Brady, some of the biggest athletes in the world. So yeah, these Web3 companies are gonna need some kind of, what do they call them? Not influencers, but they're gonna need some kind of partnerships with people in different parts of the culture, whether it's sports or entertainment, to help market and promote their brand, in these new chains. So speaking of new brands and new chains, yo, check this out. Luca Nets, man. Holla at your boy, man. I got this exclusive inflatable pudgy penguin over here. I just got to play Solana with the pudgy penguin wrap. I got the vinyl out here. I'm about to get a couple more. So, Luca, man, we're going to need that partnership over here, so we can continue to promote your brand, bro. We support everything that you're doing. You know what I'm saying?
Pudgied out.
We pudgied out. And I got some Pengu. I'm still holding on my Pengu from my airdrop, bro. You know what I mean? So just know that we tend to put things in the ether and make stuff happen. You know what I'm saying? So all we doing right now is manifesting what we want. And I'm very passionate about this brand, man. They've been kicking ass, man. Speaking of kicking ass, yo, our guy Just Cheeze, man, he been putting out some phenomenal videos, man. Shout out to RC too, man, because I don't know if RC was the guy that kind of would like put the battery in cheese back ever since Atlanta Tech Week, man, but he been coming up with some phenomenal videos, bro, on just the marketing and promoting, man. So if you haven't seen it, check it out, man.
I can't take all the credit. I have a designer. She's doing some of the stuff, man.
That's okay. You ain't got to give away the sauce. Regardless of what, man. People, as long as the outcome is good. You know what I'm saying? It's like when you serving up the dish, man. You know what I mean? People don't need to see. That's why, like, when you go to them Chinese restaurants, man, they got the little red cloth that you can't see behind. Sometimes you may not want to know how it was cooked up. Just know that it end up being a phenomenal meal. You know what I'm saying? But nah, Cheese, the work has been dope, man. The work has been super dope and phenomenal, man. And I'm looking forward to what we cooking up behind the scenes with this 3D printer, man. Oh, y'all in for a fucking treat, y'all. Speaking of treat, we got an event that we want to talk about, the Bookstore Gallery. All right, so it's going to be the last Saturday in September. I think that's September 27th. We're throwing an event at the Bookstore Gallery. It's the 26th.
Friday. We're doing it Friday.
Oh, we're doing it Friday. My bad. We're doing it Friday the 26th. And it's going to be Falcons themed. So wear your favorite Falcons jersey. And it's going to be a game night, so we can incorporate some cards in there. You know what I'm saying? We're going to try to bring, hopefully, Cash and Blue. They'll be out there. They might be out there, or they might be in Honolulu, or they might be in New York.
Cass might be back. Cass. I know Cass and Blue are heading to Hawaii this week, so shout out to them.
That's right.
But I don't know if Cass is gonna come back.
Got you.
Yeah, until I see Cass may stay in Hawaii until New York.
Got you. Okay, if that's the case, then we're gonna try to get Blue down there to hold us down, and maybe she can help facilitate this event too. You know what I'm saying? Because I know she was trying to roll that out before. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I know, but I know she also had. I know she had like special ways. Like they want to do a whole like spades tournament with a big ass pot
got you.
and stuff. So we may not do it the same way.
Nah,
that
we
day,
definitely not doing it that.
but definitely down to have her come through and you know and whatever the games that we have there that night is gonna be fire.
That's right. So, you know, we got spades, we got poker, we got blackjack, and we're probably gonna have Uno too.
And we
so
probably gonna have that new Nova game.
we're gonna have the Nova game. The new Nova game. So we're looking forward to that, man. You know what I'm saying? So it's gonna be a Web3 game.
No, not yet.
Okay,
Not
okay,
yet.
okay.
But
It's all
a
good.
couple people played it yesterday,
Mm-hmm.
and Kyle played it.
Mm-hmm.
Danielle played it. So
Let's go.
we gonna play at the bookstore gallery.
That's right. That's right. So yeah, shout out to our guys and gals at the bookstore gallery. You know, for holding us down. And we got some more events, man. We got shit lined up, man. You know, 2026 is gonna be a dope year for us. But we gotta finish out the rest of this year. So we got some events we are planning, we are cooking up. So I definitely want to give a big shout out to my guy Ant Mathis, who's the president of the Georgia chapter of Stand With Crypto. Shout out to Tamara, you know, who runs Stand With Crypto. Shout out to Mason. You know, there's a lot of people involved with Stand With Crypto who've been very supportive of what we do here at TCK and the Atlanta Blockchain Center. So we got to give a big shout out to Stand With Crypto. And yeah, again, shout out to our co-host NFTia out there in Ohio. You get back home safe. And we
Tomorrow.
hope that's right. And we hope everything goes well with everything that you're dealing with back home. You know, you had a rough year, but you know, we here for support. And Just Cheeze, is there anything else you want to tell the people or any events you want to talk about?
No, not that I know off the top of my head. I just know that, you know, like you said, the end of this month, going into next month is gonna be crazy. So I am gonna be out of the country, going to Antigua
That's right.
with my dad.
Well deserved vacay, man. Well deserved vacay, Cheese.
I don't even know if I look at it like vacay, man. I know I go on down. I don't know what to expect. I just know I got some ideas to do some things out there.
Okay.
Though I was gonna have some conversations with some people. So like in the Caribbean, on these small islands, you can only get your word to the country. I mean to the people through the government or through the church.
Oh wow.
So I'm supposed to be sitting down with the pastor
Oh wow.
of Barbuda
Okay.
and talk to him about the stuff.
Wow.
So,
Global ambassador, man, for ABC and Skylark, man. That's what it
Yeah.
sound like, man.
but how far that will go is I don't know. Like I don't expect the pastor to take my words and go. Like
I get it.
maybe he might go say something about Bitcoin to the people, but it's gonna be interesting.
It's worth the try.
It's
Worth
gonna
the
be
try.
interesting.
Worth the shot.
I'm gonna go back to the roots of skylarking. So
That's right. That's right. Now you want to tell the people the roots of that word, Skylark, and why you named your company that?
yeah. So if you guys don't know, the word skylark is actually, or skylarkin, is actually a very famous Caribbean saying. It's not a Caribbean word, but it's often used in the Caribbean for fooling around, playing the game.
Got you.
So happenstance, it was my subconscious that named the app Skylark because I didn't even remember that part of my childhood
Wow.
until my cousin brought it up last Christmas. So I was like, oh shit, I did name it Skylark. So,
Fire.
yeah.
Hold on. More fire, more fire. You know what I'm saying? We talking that Caribbean talk, man. So shout out to all my Caribbean massive. You know what I'm saying? I got plenty of people from the Caribbean, so shout out to them, man. Yeah, man. Just know that Cheese, you need that vacation as well deserved. You've been working very hard in this Web3 space, and come back refreshed, relax. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And in October, I'm gonna be pulling up to the Brooklyn Chop House. It's gonna be my first time speaking on a panel out there, just talking about Web3, getting people involved in this space, and inshallah, that we'll be working with particular schools to actually be in there, giving the kids, some Web3 information, man. Talk about blockchain, AI, and crypto, man, with Cash and Blue, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, and Cheese, you're gonna be out there with us too, right in New York?
Yes, that's the plan.
Okay, let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. It's gonna be dope for me, man. My hometown, being able to speak out there. I already got a couple of friends and family that's gonna pull up, so I'm looking forward to that, man. It's gonna be super, super lit. Shout out to Freeport, Long Island. That's where I'm from. You heard? And shout out to Cash and Blue again, man. These are Web3 ladies who are in this space who are phenomenal, very, very knowledgeable in this space, man. So hats off to them. So, with that being said, every Thursday at the Atlanta Blockchain Center, we got Off the Chain Thursdays where we talk about different happenings in the crypto space, and AI space as well. So we're looking forward to our next Thursday session. And on top of that, we got our guy, Brandon from Endgame Association back in the fold, so he's going to be doing some more of the hosting, so that's going to be dope. And shout out to everybody who tapping in Instagram, YouTube, X. We appreciate all of y'all. Shout out to NFTia. Couldn't be here today. And any other shout out you wanna leave off with?
Well, let me look down the listeners. I see Elijah. Shout out to E3.
Shout out E3.
Shout out to him for pulling up yesterday to my workshop. Definitely, like I said earlier, shout out to the bookstore gallery. Shout out to Vincent. I actually was at the bookstore gallery before I came here.
Mm-hmm.
I woke up this morning, got my run in, then I went straight to the bookstore gallery.
Dope.
Because Vincent's doing his pop up from 9 to 5.
Oh wow.
So he's doing both locations. So in the morning he's doing the church that's right next door to the bookstore gallery on Edgewood.
Got you.
He's getting them all. People as people are coming out of church.
Mm-hmm.
He's got coffee lined up for them.
Mm-hmm.
So I went in there real quick, got myself a cup. Then I know once the church time starts dying down, it's over now, but he probably pivoted around like 3 o'clock or 2 o'clock ish. He pivoted over to
the store?
Nelson location.
No doubt.
To basically give the tailgaters coffee.
Dope.
As well. So shout out to him on getting his getting those hours in,
Mm-hmm.
right? Hours, boots on the ground,
Mm-hmm.
serving people coffee, getting that crypto education out to them as well.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope from this experience he's actually like feeling how he wants to develop his coffee in crypto. Because I'll say this, like, for me, when I started going outside and putting Skylark in people's hands and activating it at these different locations, that's when I really realized like that's how people enjoy it or how to tailor the product.
Right.
So that's I hope he's getting the same opportunity from this, because like
Mm-hmm.
there's no better way to really build your product than having that first hand experience, other people
right.
using your thing.
That's right. Yeah, man. So much success to you, brother. Coffee and Crypto. Tap into that podcast, man. That brother doing his thing, man. And he been on our pod a couple of times. You know what I mean? So appreciate him. Actually, I think was it twice?
Twice.
Yes, I think it was twice Vince pulled up, man. So shout out to Vince. Shout out to Dr. Jamal Montgomery and his wife Khadijah. She got them bars, some Web3 bars. We need to interview her too. We interviewed Doc, but we got to interview Khadijah as one of our artists, man. You know what I'm saying? Because she got Web3 bars. And if you ask me personally, man, listen, I'm a lyricist, man. Shout out to our guy D-Web. He got the most vibey song. As far
I
as
don't know.
crypto revolution, that's a vibe.
I heard some stuff from D Web yesterday.
D Web got some new crack. He got some new crack on deck.
Yeah.
Okay. So somebody must have told him that he got a female who been really whipping his ass with these Web3 bars, man. So I'm gonna just tell y'all like this, man. Even if you are artists who don't have any content related to Web3, you can still put your content, your songs, your videos on like Sound XYZ, Gala Music. There are platforms you can use. You can cut out the middleman and go directly to your consumers, man. So yeah, we definitely got to have, like this this Web3 music showcase, man. I'm looking for the next one. I don't know if it's gonna be at Cam Kirk Studios or something, but yeah, man, I'm looking forward to the next one. We're gonna curate a ABC mixtape with all of the fire artists that we got, no matter if you rap or sing. And we had a Afro Beats guy come through from InvestFest. He actually got like a Web3 Afro Beats vibe. And at first when he told me, I was like, I don't know. So I gave him a shot and listened to it. I was like, oh, it's funny, bro, but it's dope. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? We're going to start to play more Web3 vibes, you know what I'm saying, when it comes to our podcast. We set it off with the culture. I set it off with the clips today. You know what I'm saying? Got the box right here with the Cause album cover. But we're going to end this show with our guy D-Web, man. You know what I'm saying? So D-Web, just know that Khadijah, she got them bars, man. So, we might have a Web3 battle. Fuck around. You heard? That'll be super lit, man. But for us to go out on this song right here, we're going to go with the Crypto Revolution from our guy, D-Web. You know what I'm saying? Web Ties. He out there giving people dope trading information. He actually held down Token Talk 25 during InvestFest weekend, which was a phenomenal turnout, and he actually performed this song. So shout out to our guy D-Web. And this is your boy T.Gold, along with my guy Just Cheeze. This is episode 82 of the TCK Web3 News Roundtable. We are cooking up. Hit up thecryptocrew.com for your latest Web3 news. Man, I'm so looking forward to the future of the website. And I'm looking forward to this Web3 music showcase. So shout out to all of the listeners. Shout out to everybody who tapped in on Instagram and YouTube. Shout out to everybody who tapped in on Twitter. So we getting into this crypto revolution by D-Web right now. You heard, this is your boy T.Gold. Just Cheeze. Any closing words?
Nah, just peace, everybody, and hope everybody has a great rest of their weekend.
That's right. Yo, D-Web, you up next, kid. Here we go. Crypto revolution. We at ABC, we live, so we getting into that crypto revolution right now. Hey. Web3 vibes.
Going on my crypto's booming.
Web.
Hey, this the crypto revolution. And I'm working shit, I'm trading shit, I'm on computers. Now I'm running to the brands like I'm fucking Zoom. Hey, this the revolution. Gotta stay on with this shit, you know my money flowing. I had to stay on with this shit, you know I'm running to it. You know I love my fucking crypto, I'm a connoisseur. And I came up out the bottom, came up out the sewer. Now my crypto's going on, yeah. Now my crypto funded from the boom, yeah. Now my crypto going to the sky. Got some crypto, yeah, I'm working, I got D5, yeah. Liquid staking, I'm with Project Pi. Yeah, Skylark, yeah, nigga, wait for fly. Yeah, I got the third eye. I had to manifest my dream, this shit is inside, yeah. Tryna manifest, I'm tryna thrive. I'm with ABC, you know this shit is 10-5. Yeah, Web Ties, it's a revolution. Gotta keep on going, I'm working on computers. Now my crypto's going up, them bitches fucking booming. Yeah, I stay on with this shit the revolution. I'm with this shit, I'm trading shit, I'm on computers. Now I'm running to the brands like I'm fucking Zoom. Hey, this a revolution. Gotta stay on with this shit, you know my money flowing. I had to stay on with this shit, you know I'm running to it. You know I love my fucking crypto, I'm a connoisseur. And I came up out the bottom, came up out the sewer. Now my crypto's going on, yeah. Now my crypto fucking booming.
Hey. That's D-Web. Crypto revolution. He's one of the ABC builders out here. Web ties. Let's go. Shout out to the Carolinas. That's where my boy from. You heard? He from North Carolina. Shout out to D-Web. You heard it, Web ties, man. So just know, man, we do this every Sunday at 4:20. This is your boy T.Gold. We got Just Cheeze right next to me.
Yes, sir.
Episode 82 of the TCK Web3 News
82.
Roundtable. And we out. Peace.
82.
82, bro. 82.
That's like
Shit. 18 more weeks. We had 100 episodes. We got to do something special for the 100th episode.
5 more
man.
months.
That's right. That's right. Super lit. Super lit. Let's go. And this.